Yes. It's another beautiful day. Happy New Year 2023. It's yours truly, MK, or Michael Kemadi, your hosts, representing Impact Masters podcasts in collaboration with Africastalking Podcasts. And today we have a special guest. You know, every time we cover tech ecosystem in Africa and we bring you the shakers and movers in tech. And today we have an interesting guest. A guy who has shaped tech ecosystem for the past decades. He has done a lot, but he's the guy behind the scene. I'll tell you why, and even in this discussion, you'll understand why. One and only, the man himself. They call him Prof for a reason. Today we have Anthony Nandaa of Beyonde, Prof Nandaa. How are you, Prof?
Good.
You good?
Asante sana.
Karibu sana.
I don't think I'm a mover and shaker. Maybe I'm just a shaker.
Hey, okay.
When you hype sana, like...
No. Chief. You're one of the guys we started with back in the days. It looks like yesterday, but it's been a while. But before we go to the details and everything, we like to know. You cannot tell a story of an African man without knowing who he is. Mm-hmm. And we would like us you to tell us who you are.
Who I am.
Yes.
Wow.
Mm.
Now when you go to who you are, I remember Ted.
Mm.
You know Ted? Eh?
Yes.
Ted of AT. He really like talking about like identity. I met him and he was really
Teddy Warrior.
Yeah, warrior himself. So I think right now I can describe myself as, of course, an African man. Mm. Not in that sense of Africa when we do this, and that, but I'm an African.
Yes.
And actually I'm a Pan-Africanist in terms of I really believe in not just our countries, because those countries were just virtual demarcations
from the colonial rule.
Just on the table, and they decide, okay, this line here is Kenya. Mm-hmm. And actually, if you look at my story, you realize that I'm a victim of that cutting, because actually my roots are in Uganda now. If you were to say about countries.
There's this thing they call ancestral roots. It's so popular in America. So you find someone tracing back decades. So how are you able to trace that to Uganda?
And so my dad knows our history. Okay. And it's not really a long history. So, but the thing is, I come from Western Kenya. Mm-hmm. But because of this colonial stuff is the line. So normally it would just be a region. The whole region of Mount Kenya, that region up to getting to Uganda. But because of the colonial, they'll cut it. So it's not really far. My roots are like great-grandfather is the one who came from Uganda.
Okay.
So great-grandfather came with my grandfather. With my grandfather as a kid.
So they just moved a little bit and then they happened to be on this side of Kenya.
Yeah. They just moved to come see some of their relatives on the other side. So they come from an area called Mbale in Uganda. That should be Eastern Uganda.
Eastern Uganda.
Yeah.
So originally you're from Eastern Uganda.
So and even when you see someone called Nandaa, mostly in Kenya, if there must be my brother.
It's like an ancestral name.
That Nandaa is just a unique name for us. But you go to Uganda, there are many Nandaas. You'll get like it to be common. But in Kenya,
they're not.
Okay.
Nice. So you're born in Mbale or?
Oh, no. So myself, of course, born in Western Kenya.
Where specifically?
In a place called
Lugulu.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Lugulu is near Webuye. Webuye, Bungoma. Yes. That's Bungoma County.
Yeah. I know Webuye from the pan paper.
Pan paper, of course, yeah.
We studied it.
That was the real, that's the economic, activity, the main economic stuff. Like those who made it are working in pan paper.
But it's no longer there anymore.
Yeah. They're trying to revive it. Yeah, but there's some small stuff that goes on there. Maybe some. They also produce hydrochloric acid.
Okay. Okay.
They do some of those byproduct stuff.
So where do they get these the chemicals to do all this? Is it?
The hydrochloric, I think, was because of when they're bleaching the
papers
and everything. I think the byproducts they use it to do some to build some.
I see.
Some other chemicals.
So nothing goes to waste.
Yeah, that's. I know they do waste stuff sometimes.
Okay.
So born. Should I say my age?
No, it's okay if you want. If you don't want to say that,
so I left people to guess my age
from the chronological account.
So born, raised in the village in Lugulu. Actually, most of my early life I spent just in one place.
Okay, that is Lugulu.
Yeah, Lugulu. And if I ever visited somewhere, I would go like to my aunt's place somewhere somewhere called Kwanza in Trans Nzoia. Yeah. So that's the only place. Like that was my trips. Never to Nairobi.
And it is not far away from Lugulu.
How far is it? It's close, but in the olden days the roads were really bad.
Okay.
But you're talking of maybe 150 kilometers.
150 kilometers.
Best or 100.
Okay. So it's like a 2-hour journey.
Yeah, but long time. Long time you used to take maybe a day or something. because
the road.
The roads were So born there, and I was just in the village, just chilling and just being a village boy. So I went to school, just in my village school there, called Lugulu Boarding Primary School. But also that school was a bit like a national school, sort of.
Which one?
It's a primary school, but it's sort of national because many people are from various places. So I was school with all ethnicities.
Which school was this?
Lugulu Boarding.
Boarding.
So our home actually is not. It's just behind the school. Yeah.
But you boarded?
No. I was the schooling until the 8th year.
Okay.
Well, because of those remedials and tuitions.
Oh, okay.
So you better be in the school. So it's easier to.
Yeah.
So I only boarded in class 8. Then, of course, went to Friends School Kamsinga.
No, wait a minute. How was that experience in Lugulu Boarding, right? What are those memories that you remember, or those experience?
Mostly, no, I think, of course, myself, I think I just remember, I was more of a bookworm. Yeah, so we just those people.
You used to study a lot?
Yeah.
Did you used to dip your feet on the cold?
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah. You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if like at night so that you just keep awake. Yeah. But in high school I'll give a story about high school.
We'll get there. Let's hear the primary school one. Yeah? So at primary school you are dipping your feet in cold water.
Yeah, maybe class 7 there.
Why?
Like revision, just to get that time. And even until now, our education system is still about regurgitation. I don't like it, like where you just have to cram. It's not about like challenging your intellect and all that. If it was all about that, I think people would just be going into an exam without even preparing because you're just you.
It's you. You represent who you are.
Yeah. You just go and do. But now you have to really prepare, remember. But I really like the fact that ChatGPT is going and all these technologies are going out to change. The way people we teach, and I like that disruption. So you have to now get better there.
Yeah. And this is tech anyway, so we'll discuss more like how tech is changing, all these experiences. So, did you guys get whipped for some reason?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, there used to be another thing called slaughterhouse.
Slaughterhouse?
Yes. So what happens in slaughterhouse is this like an event, like it happens especially for I think class 7 and 8. I think 8. Where now it's about, even if you had 95%, you've dropped from maybe you had 98 previously.
For one subject or for everything?
Not for even every subject.
Minisco is below what you had.
Yeah, so any dropping, so people will be lined up and the teachers will have cans.
Each teacher?
Yes. So just like on a row. There's a slaughterhouse.
Did you frequent there?
But I was not really not a frequenter. So
once or twice.
I tried to read a lot.
You'd never been in a slaughterhouse?
Was I? Maybe once.
Maybe once. And that's dropping from 99 to 98.
Okay, maybe I've exaggerated, but maybe mostly those droppings of maybe 80s to 70s. When the teachers actually are seeing that you're becoming, you're joking.
You're
now.
relaxing.
Yeah, you're relaxing. You're going towards now the A minor.
And you performed really well in primary school.
Yeah, tried.
You,
I was not the level of. Was I on the national? You know that time it's about being on the paper.
On the paper, yes.
Like everyone buys the paper and they sort of like put it somewhere. But was I on the paper maybe?
Which
maybe
year was
it? In the inner pages. Where those like you have to go look for the name. Those days they used to publish all the names. Remember?
Top 100.
So I wasn't there in the national. No, I was in the like top maybe the provincials.
Oh, provincials.
Yeah, maybe provincials, or maybe I could have been maybe in the top 50. Maybe.
Top 50. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you of course you can't join Friends Come Singer if you have not performed really well, because it's a national school, right?
Then it was a provincial. Then, but now it's a national.
Yeah. So how was that interaction with everyone from all over the country?
Yeah, so the good thing is like my primary also had people from all over. Also, of course, people from Nairobi. Those
are the cool kids.
Cool kids. But also decided just continuation. Actually, most of my primary guys also we went together in the same. It would be like a good number.
Yeah.
Went.
So at least there are a couple of familiar faces.
Yes. Yeah. School. Then of course, school so many other guys. Yeah, I think high school was I can say it was my formative now. That's when I think in my primary, when you're asking me, I think I was more, what I remember, I was more of a timid person. A lot of timid. Yeah.
Because of your body and
I was just chill, bookworming. And then, but also I tried to do some, I was also involved in PE. We did those like acrobatic stuff. A little bit.
Nice.
A little bit, but not really.
Nice.
So I remember doing a backflip and falling on my head.
Oh, okay.
And it was like you have to do it. Like you don't do it, you'll be canned. So I was like,
everyone has to do it.
But the ones who are like signed up for that.
Oh, okay. PE. In that club.
Yeah, because you're going to compete.
Yeah, I know. I competed, but do you know which part I played? Yeah. There are those drummists.
Oh yes.
So my two bros were really good. So when I joined another school, when I tell my story, all this will make sense. So when I joined another school, I used to like to do it, but I could see people get injured, like people would break their hand and then so I was a bit discouraged by that. But one time, I was told, there are those guys you carry as subs. So in case someone doesn't show up during the competition, you'll cover for them. Of course, it's not like you're doing the flips, but you go and arrange those springboards, or you hold someone's leg and then they flip. Those ones you're not involved much. So I was just a sub. And then it happens, the drummist who used to do the drum, so that it goes with a pattern. I don't know if you guys used to...
there was drumming. You have to do drum, so that you remember the set.
Yes.
Because you might not remember what was the next thing. Yeah.
So that dude, I don't know what he did. So the PE master chased him away. He's like, Michael, come. Can you do this? Me, I used to... I didn't practice, but of course the patterns were not that complex. Then I took over. From there, we went up to, I think, provincial or something. I can't remember. We went so far, and the reason why we did not progress is because, you see, when these things sometimes get to high levels, I hear there is a lot of corruption.
Yeah, there was a lot of corruption. That's true.
So that's how much I was involved in the PE. But my two bros were really good. In PE.
Talking about those corruptions, like you remember, like especially this, at least the games like football, everything will be seen there. Right? Even if the ref is unfair, you can see he's not giving a penalty and all that. But this one is like you're waiting for judgment.
Yes.
And then the way you've seen all the other sets, you say, this one we are going. Sure, hit me under. And then you just number 2, runners up. It's you guys.
Yeah.
You say, what?
Yeah.
So I understand.
So I mean that's the thing. So you're involved with the gymnastic.
Yeah, a little bit, but I'm not really an athletic person. I can just say the truth. So when it comes to high school, I really wanted to be athletic sometimes. So a very good. So another neighbor of ours, he used to be a coach for one of the. That time cricket was really big in Kenya.
Yeah.
Like around the years like 2000, cricket was like you'll hear of Tikolo, who had all those guys who were really great. Yeah. So he came to the village and he tried to introduce cricket. This time I've never heard of. Like the only time I used to read, the good thing was I was really used to read papers because of my dad. My dad like every day would buy a national paper every day. So through papers I will learn a lot. So I knew what cricket was, and then he introduced us to play a little bit of cricket. So I played a bit of that during that transition when you're going to Form 1. So, but when I was doing they call it bowling, when you're going to throw that ball, I twisted my arm. Even up to now, I still have that problem where even as a day I was just sleeping, and then I woke up, I felt my socket is already out actually.
What?
So you feel like, then you bring it back.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a condition. Many people know it. Like, I think there's a name for it, a medical condition about the bones.
So once it just dislocates, it's a permanent thing. So you have to manage it.
Get out and you turn it back.
Is it painful?
No. Oh no, when of course it's painful a little bit, but when it goes back, then it just feels like
okay.
It doesn't linger on. So that now connects to my story when I was trying to. So I wanted to play rugby.
I think you have ever had some talk about rugby.
Because I was a bit fast. Like I used to for me, I used to love running. So I was like, even in our class, most times I was maybe top 5. Like I used to be really fast. And so I liked 7-a-side. So I thought like, I can be a winger. But not running, I really like it. So I said, let me go. And they were trying to do trials for Form 1s to go try. So my first day, I make a tackle and the same thing happens. So that was my end. About games.
This is not me.
Yeah, this is not me. So that was my end of doing games. So some people, I tell people I used to play spoon tennis.
What is that?
Just eating.
And spoon?
Yeah,
spoon tennis.
I used to play spoon tennis.
Just eating.
Yeah, just
and
eating,
relaxing.
And chilling and reading.
And reading.
Eat, read. It was like almost like eat, read, sleep. Read, sleep.
4K club. In Swahili. Kukula, kulala, kulalamika na kurandaranda.
Okay, nice one.
That was something that one of the teachers said when people were not performing in one of the schools. But also there was 4K club for agriculture, if you remember.
Oh yeah. 4K club. Kenya
It was. I don't know why it disappeared too, but it was really big because even Karo was part of. Like if the guys are doing this, they can visit those places and learn more. But I don't know how it faded out to. I don't know where it is right now. So you're in high school. Did you get monolized or?
I know high school was really like discipline was paramount. I know like
no monolization.
Anything like monolization, even just a whiff, you'll get an expulsion.
Because
our principal was really tough. So even basically the years back, it was just about being tough principles. Like discipline was really high. So previously, our history is if some people who went to, you remember people say I went to Alliance. So guys who went to Alliance, they know someone called Sodi or Mr. Khaemba. So Mr. Khaemba was the previous principal before going to Alliance, and he had that instilled that discipline. And when it came in, now we had Mr. Nabukwesi, who is actually now his ambassador. He was ambassador, so we still, I think once you're an ambassador, you're referred to as ambassador forever.
Yes.
So Ambassador Nabukwesi was really like, discipline was high. Like you learned, so everyone felt like you're just safe, you're good. Yeah.
So it was a safe space to really learn.
It was awesome, yeah. It was awesome. And then again, some respect. When I was in Form 1, there's a time I scored 100%.
Everything.
Maths.
Oh, okay.
100% in maths. Maths was my thing.
I will not be surprised.
Maths was my thing. English, no. Even you might tell from this interview. I might give some grammatical stuff here. Yeah. But maths was my stuff. So got scored 100. And I know there's a way our principal will hype it until you feel like you're the best
chief
in the world.
Himself.
He said like last time someone scored 100 was 1996.
You're like, I am the guy. He's in Form 1.
But then we noticed that every time we used this, like
everyone used to be told like that.
but it was after a very long time also, yeah. So but then after that, people actually broke my record. Like, but the next year, someone also got another 100.
Is it in Form 1?
Form 1, of course, yeah. Because that time I'll
be damned if it was like Form 3, Form 4.
Yeah.
Though we had a guy like that in, I think in high school, in Form 3, like he had covered everything. This is a guy I like using an example how our government or education system doesn't really maximize on the talent that we have.
Yes.
It might show maybe from chemistry or math, but you see that can translate to many solutions across the spectrum. So this guy used to understand math. Like real, he didn't struggle. Like you could see math. I think he used to dream in numbers or something, because for him it was really, really easy. That even in mock, he used to score 100.
Mock,
of course, you see mock
should be harder than
mock. I don't know why they do this, but in mock they cannot give you 100. So what they will do, they'll give you 99 or 99.
Like just to me,
essentially, has just scored 100.
Yeah.
And you know mock how it was, bro.
Mock was harder. Like normally, if you had like let's say a B plus in mock, you know that you have an A.
This is A, yes. So this dude used to, and chemistry, was good at it. So do you know what they call him at the university? Industrial chemistry. I don't know that industrial chemistry is bad, but I think that a guy would make something to do with rocket science.
Yeah, he'll be
Yeah,
we really waste our talents.
Yeah, because now this is a guy who really understood math more than chemistry. But because chemistry sometimes is math, he could make...
Yeah, the math in chem is just
the formula.
You can use the calculator and all that.
Yeah.
But at least if you want to go to a math major kind of thing, like you go into electrical engineering, science,
something to do
into physics stuff, like you say, like you go into rocket science.
So when I hear someone speak about how they scored in high school, sometimes I feel like we waste our geniuses. Yeah, just to say the least. But I don't know. Maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe I'm speaking from a point of ignorance, because I don't know why. Because I remember sometimes sharing with the older folks about how the education system before it changed to 844. Before you were invited to join an university, they used to know where they would place you. So it was like, if this guy goes to a university, of course there's a job for him in the government or in the private sector. There was a very clear path. That used to be based on numbers, and the people will go to TVET or these other schools. And even guys who used to do plumbing, carpentry, used to know that if I do this, of course I'll join the workforce in this industry. But right now it's not clear. Most of the guys have graduated, but and now universities are too many. Yeah,
and then the programs, I think we'll get to that part where we'll just talk about like education system and what I think. Because
it's a lot.
Actually, I had some. Even you remember when I was living in we'll go to that part of C4. We'll talk about it and about the education system.
Yeah. So you are in the university. So your favorite was just math.
So math was my favorite. Of course, there were things that come with math, things like physics. Chem maybe a little bit. Biology was not really my my forte.
You could not understand why people are studying plants.
English also was not my forte, but I really want to thank my English teacher. He's actually now a professor in KU.
Oh, okay.
So, Professor Chetam.
He's no longer a high school teacher.
Yeah, he did masters. Went to
PhD.
He did PhD. Now he's a professor.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, and he really encouraged me to gave me a very simple way of trying to improve your English. Just told me try and read a lot. So I'll go to the library, just read books, Charles Dickens. Some of them I remember picking Charles Dickens, and I was like confused. Like,
what is happening?
Some pages you read like, what is this? What is this? Like this English?
Yeah.
But that really helped me. So trying to read all the previous past. So before Form 3, you're not starting to do
the set books,
but you start reading them even
before,
just to get other set books.
Did you guys read the set book in Form 1 and Form 2, and then by the time you're getting to Form 3, everything changed?
Yeah, of course, we were reading actually the older set books.
Yeah.
We'll read which ones. I don't know why they remember the Swahili ones more.
Sikujama.
We'll read Sikujama, I guess was it ours?
You're the last guest to do Sikujama. Yes.
And then, but we'll do like Amezidi. We'll read Amezidi, even though we're not doing it. Shamba la Wanyama, we'll read it, but even though we're not doing it.
Yeah.
So it was just a very nice way of getting to know the language and all that. Yeah, then when it clicked, like why I used to see so many of my primary guys who are good in English, they used to have these hardy boys. These like just novels that you just wonder like, what is this guy reading?
Big volumes.
So it's not understanding
but just practicing
why they were better.
So that's your path.
Yeah.
And then you get to Form 3, you choose a specific subject.
No, those are good questions. So I have a long story, and that thing has followed me up to my life right now. So when I joined, because of luckily we had computer studies, but computer studies was only because everyone wanted to do computer studies. Because now you're coming from villages, you've never seen a computer everyone did. So the only way they will try and save out people is to use what is called in KCP maths. So the good thing is
you're good.
I met the points. So I was actually admitted. But then when you're just not doing that weekend, you're just trying to know the school. We went to a music room. I was playing the keyboard because I used to play some music even in church, even when I was a kid, by class 4. So when the music teacher came and saw me playing, he called me and said, "Which subject have you chosen?" I've chosen computer studies. I don't know why many people want to do this computer studies. You know, you'll do these packages after you finish. You'll do packages. So, what made me, how he convinced me, he used the Bible. Said, you remember the parable of the talents? The person who buried his talent. Don't bury your talent. I tell you have a music talent, and
you should be playing keyboard more and more.
Do music. Come and do music. So he convinced me. I went to they used to call them career masters. I went to career master. I told him, I want to move from computer studies to music. He said, that's good. Many people are coming here, they're crying, they want to do computer studies.
So you create an opportunity.
It's good at you.
For others.
And even you're telling me people should emulate me this computer studies. You can always do it after. Don't worry. So I was convinced I moved. But now fast forward 1 year down the line, I met some guys who are doing computer studies. Some of them actually were my friends who were in the same high school, primary school. And I see the stuff they're learning, man.
You're fascinated by what they're learning.
I'm missing this. And then I go home. There are some of my neighbors who were in campus that time.
Yeah.
They were doing, one of them was doing telecom engineering. So they were doing engineering stuff, and they had computers at home. That's the first time now I'm using a computer. Remember in school I never did computer studies, so I never accessed the computer. But now at home,
this is during holidays.
Yeah. So they're called actually the Mukwas. Even there's a blog post I wrote about just thanking the guys who have been instrumental in my life, and I'll maybe give that link. Yeah, and attach it.
Please, if you have it.
Yeah, the people who have really helped me just throughout the way. So these guys were really kind to me. I used to go there almost every day, every afternoon too. I'll check in. That time I'll just be learning how to type first. Type master.
You're fast typer yourself.
Yeah. So that's actually so when I went to when in campus, people used to wonder what are you how are you typing without looking at the keyboard? It was so easy for me. So typing master, and then this guy, one of the guys called Max. Max one day he just showed me a bit of C++. That time I don't know what is this. He said hash include what. So that right now I can talk about it, but that time I wouldn't know. Yeah. But everything was just
what is happening.
Everything was just wow, this is fun. This is fun. So I decided that when I was now going to Form 2, I have to change
I have to go back to
computer studies. But I was wondering, how do I convince? So I talked to my dad, man. So you come with me. You talk to the teacher. But he didn't at that time. I think he didn't make it because of some commitments. But he wrote a letter. A letter to the teacher, principal. To the deputy, so he read that. He said, no, cannot happen.
This cannot happen.
You just wait. If you don't like music, don't worry. You drop it in term 2. Don't worry, just wait. Hey, man. I said,
and why do you think the reason why they discourage people? Did they not have enough teachers, or?
Of course, even actually,
even right now,
it makes sense. How would you have missed a whole Form 1? Yeah. You've never learned Form 1. Yeah. I never did Form 1 computer studies. Yeah. I want to start computer studies in Form 2. Yeah.
Where would you start?
So even they had a right to say no. But you know what? I had to cry in that
room. You had to be given a chance to show how serious you are.
I cried. I don't know, but it's not even crying of